More answers presented by Mazda BT-50. More is more.
Welcome along to our weekly look at the AFL thanks to the Mazda BT-50. And simple question, Sam Kekovich. Hawthorn too good over Fremantle, but will it go down in the annals of history as a great grand final?
No, it will not. It wasn't a great grand final, but look, if you asked Hawthorn, it was.
Yes.
Any winning grand final is a good grand final. I thought from a spectator's point of view it was very, very ordinary. I thought
there wasn't a lot of highlights.
There was very few highlights, and only because of this strangulation and, 30 players following the ball. The only way, and, there's choking.
I understand where you're coming from that, but I'm going to give some credit here to Hawthorn. Hawthorn bashed Fremantle like Fremantle bashed Sydney in the first quarter. And Fremantle, in front of the big lights of 100,000 people at the MCG,
overawed.
2 out in the Falls in the first quarter by Nathan Fyfe. That didn't help them.
No.
Valentine missed a sitter. Pavlich missed a sitter. These things on the big stage hurt. And these guys will go to bed every night for the next couple of months going...
I'm just saying from a broader perspective, from the game's perspective, this notion of 30, 40 players, throwing the ball at once...
It's just a game.
The only way you're going to score these days is indiscriminately if there's a turnover. And let me tell you, Fremantle will never win one. They'll always beat your ordinary sides, but they'll never win a big one with this game plan.
I think
you've got to be offensive and you've got to score goals.
Now that they've gone to the big dance, they'll understand what it means to do that. The foot skills were poor. There was pressure in that game that really showed.
The weather conditions were very difficult. It was a very swirly breeze out there.
You go.
And very, very difficult. But look, they've got themselves to blame for not taking their opportunities. But more importantly, I think it's their game plan more than anything that's costing them dearly.
Any argument with Brian Lake over Jack Gunston?
Well, no, I've got to tell you one thing. No, not at all. Brian Lake was outstanding.
Unbelievable.
Outstanding. And I'll tell you what was outstanding, the way Alistair Clarkson put this side together. When they won in 2008, it was regarded as premature.
Yeah.
But that was built, that premiership was won off the back of a very significant draft where they got Buddy and Roughhead. This one was handpicked through players that are having a second chance, like the Brian Lakes, like the Gunstons, like the Hales, like the Gibsons,
and
like the Burgoynes.
Yeah.
They were selectively picked to fill a role, and they just all saw those 5 players slotted in and played a real role, and that's a big tick to whoever does their list management, which is Graham Wright, the former Collingwood Premiership player.
So what about the Dockers? Is there scope for improvement? They're favourites to win next year?
Well, no. Well, these are nominal favourites, but let me tell you, Sandlands is getting on, Pavlich is getting on. There's no guarantees they'll be back there next year.
Oh, no.
No guarantees at all.
They need to change a few things. They've got some great young talent. Mazungu was outstanding.
Mazungu was very, very good. Ballantyne, he was starstruck.
Yeah.
Fyfe is an outstanding talent.
Crowley can't do that week in, week out.
Crowley can't do week in. But you're not going to win doing that week in, week out. That mentality is permeated throughout the side of being defensive strangulation. It's not going to work. You've got to be on the biggest day, on the biggest stage. You've got to have some flair. You've got to have some aggression. You've got to have some creativity. They don't have that creativity and they don't score.
And that's why we're a happy team at Hawthorn, and that's why they are the winners of the Flag 2013. And good luck to the Hawks and all of their fans. And I'm glad they went down to Tassie too and shared the victory with all of their Tasmanian supporters as well. So that'll wrap it up for the Mazda BT-50 season 2013 in the AFL. See you next year.